All right. Thank you, coaches, for coming on with me again today. On today's call, we're going to be talking all about how AI can help you, coaches, better serve your existing clients. I really want to expand your mindset today, coaches, and give you some very practical, real life examples that you can start deploying today. So, if this topic sounds of interest to you guys, give me a heart, a like, give me a comment, guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Do not want you guys to miss today's topic. Also, coaches, let me know where you guys are coming from in the world. I love seeing where our international crew is coming from, and it's always a good time. All right, guys, thank you for jumping on. Let's dive right into our topic. If you guys have questions, um, comments, drop them in the comments, guys, and I will try to address them as they come up, or I will try to hit them at the end. All right, guys. So, really quick, before we dive into the examples, typically I feel like when we're talking about AI and Chat GPT and all this craziness that has started to go everywhere since last November, a lot of times we are seeing AI be applied to sales and marketing, right? How can AI help us enroll coaching clients, essentially, which is super valid and super important. But today we're going to change things up. And I want to show you, coaches, how AI can help you serve your existing clients better. So if that makes sense, guys, give me a one in the comments. And we are going to jump into some real life examples, like I said, that you guys can start using today. All right. So our first example, everybody, is going to be is going to be a service called Searchy Wisdom. Now, some of you may have heard of Searchy.io or not, but Searchy is essentially so Searchy Wisdom is a product of Searchy.io, and Searchy is kind of like a Kajabi, right? Or like a Thinkific, right? It's a content management system that coaches oftentimes will use either from memberships or courses or something else, where you basically have a content management system where you upload all your videos, and people can access uh, they can access past coaching calls, they can access resources to their courses. I use it for the AI for Coaches membership, guys. So our paid subscription, we actually use this same product. I think they're awesome. They're an up and coming company, but this is a product they actually offer. It's called Searchy Wisdom, and the whole idea behind Searchy Wisdom, guys, is what if you had a Chat GPT like chatbot, but that was trained on your data, your your course material specifically, or previous coaching calls with your clients, for example. So you can be very specific. What data do I want to teach this thing? And this little AI assistant can act like a proxy for you coaches, right? And what's cool about this is it can act as a proxy for everything that you've taught because it was trained exclusively on your data. Or you can, if you're doing one-on-one coaching calls, you can literally have a new chatbot trained on individual client data. And so that whenever your clients have questions, let's say in the middle of the night or early in the morning or whenever it is, and you're not available, they can reference this guy, which is as smart as chat, and it can find the answer. It's very cool, guys. Let me show you guys a really quick example. So here's Searchy Wisdom. Go to demos, guys. So here are some famous people that some of you guys may know. Let's go over to Amy Porterfield. Those that have been into the online marketing space will know who Amy is. And let me just give you guys a quick example, right? So the idea is with this, you can either use this type of AI system for prospective clients, or you can use it for existing clients, right? And so the way this would work is you train the AI system on your clients, let's say on your coaching calls, for example, and then they can ask things that you've already gone over with, and the chatbot can answer it for you in the same way that you would have answered it. So let me give you guys a quick example. So this little guy has been trained on Amy Porterfield's podcasts. So those who have listened to her podcast will be familiar. Her online marketing made easy podcast, guys. And you can basically just ask it anything, right? So let me know if you guys, if it's hard to see this, guys. I can try to zoom in. If it's hard, let me see. Actually, let me see. Here we go, guys. Is this a little better? Let me know, guys, if this is a little better. So what you can do is, so they give you some topics, right? So Amy is really good at creating an email list. So you can be like, you know, hey, Amy, how can I start an email list? And ask little bot's going to go to work. It's going to search all your content, and the little bot's going to refer or basically give you an answer like Amy would say it. And the reason it's doing this is, let me zoom out here, guys, real quick. You have references down here. It is literally pulling from these episodes. How crazy is that, right? So it's not just guessing these things. It is literally referencing her podcast episode to answer this question, right? So she says the 3-step plan to getting your first 1,000 email subscribers. Then we can ask, okay, let's go a little deeper. For example, give me a step-by-step plan how to do this, right? So little bots thinking about this. It's going out. The step-by-step plan, start email list to sign up for a free masterclass, blah, blah, blah. So this is funny. So this little bot is actually promoting her masterclass. Now, what you can imagine here, guys, is if Amy has a version of this, except for her paying clients. So her paying clients would have access to all her previous material, let's say all her actual courses, and the courses will find the answer to whatever the thing is. Give me a 2, guys, in the comments if this makes sense, right? Let's one more example. What are some ways I can make a lead magnet? Right? Amy's good at making lead magnets. So once again, guys, a little chatbot trained on your data. All these famous people have examples. And it is straight up referencing these sources, right? So it's literally pulling from her episodes, right? So how to troubleshoot a lead magnet that's not converting, this kind of stuff, right? So anyways, so this is one way to better serve your existing clients. You literally can train a chatbot like ChatGPT that's trained explicitly on your data, right? So it depends on what your end goal is, if it's to enroll clients or to serve existing ones. But this can be very helpful if people have questions and they want to try to get them answered right away, right? So that's example number 1, everybody. All right. For example number 2, guys, let's jump over to our handy dandy ChatGPT. We're going to be using ChatGPT Pro or Plus, the paid version of ChatGPT. It costs $20 a month. Highly recommend coaches investing in this, mainly because if you guys pay the money, you get access to the more powerful GPT-4 model, which is the most advanced AI model pretty much on the market today. And you also get access to all the new features first. Right. So this is another very practical use cases for you coaches that you can probably relate to. All right. So in the last example, everybody, I gave you an example of clients getting their questions answered because it was literally trained on your data that you basically housed in Searchy.io, right? So it'd be like if you were using any of the big platforms, you upload your trainings, your coaching calls, right? They transcribe all your calls so they know what you've said, right? And so people can get their questions answered, that kind of thing. So this is slightly different here, guys. So we're going to jump into ChatGPT. And in this case, everybody, I'm going to take an existing transcript, right? In this case, I actually literally took a transcript from a Facebook Live. You could very easily do this on a coaching call transcript. I did not want to do that to betray the privacy of my clients. But just imagine this. This can be a coaching call of yours, right? Or it could be a live, right? It's totally up to you, or just a training that you've done. And I want to show you some very cool things you can do with this kind of information using ChatGPT, specifically GPT-4, the paid version, right? So I'm going to copy and paste the transcript in here. It's going to read this information. So right here, guys, it literally says it read it. And then what you can do is, coaches, you can literally give it a list of things to do. This is where the power of this starts to come into play, right? So now that it has read this transcript, you can ask it to do things, right? So right here, guys, just for sake of example, I'm asking it, give the information you read about an interesting title. So give me a title to this Facebook Live, right? Or in your case, maybe it's a coaching call. Give me a description of what you should learn about. Give me a description of what just happened. Give me chapter titles that I could insert. Let me see. Can you guys see this? Let me know. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. So give me chapter titles of the main points made in the text. Give me a longer summary. Give me key takeaways in the text. Give me 5 inspirational quotes, 5 potential Instagram captions, and 2 potential Facebook post ideas. So as you guys can see, coaches, I am just going to give it 8 different tasks and just let it go to work, right? And of course, ChatGPT, being forever faithful, uncomplaining little friend, goes to work, right? Now, obviously, you guys are going to want to check this. I would consider all of this stuff kind of like a first draft. You're going to want to go back and work with ChatGPT, refine it. That's one of the keys to getting really good results with these types of AI systems is you want to go refine it, right? You want to go back and forth with them. Not only are they not offended, but they are more than happy to tweak whatever you want to tweak. So it's going to give me a title. It's going to give me a description, chapters, right? So the place I would use something like this, right? So key takeaways. So something I like to do for my one-on-one clients, for example, is I like to give them a post coaching call synopsis of what we talked about, what we did. I would also like to, if I'm uploading content into Searchy or the content management system, sometimes it allows you to put descriptions of my coaching calls in, or titles, or chapter sections, right? And normally this would take a lot of work, right? I could either have a VA do it, an assistant do it, or myself. So if you're a solopreneur, you're wearing all the hats. And a lot of times you just don't have the time or energy to do this type of detailed, monotonous work. But thankfully, guys, AI is here to help us carry the load, right? Give me a 2, guys, in the comments if the power of this is starting to become clear, right? Even little inspirational quotes. I'm not sure if these are actually inspirational, but it's going to give you a starting place if you want to use this for future content, right? So you're literally, all we did here, guys, let me zoom out. I literally gave it a transcript. It went to work. I gave it a list of things to do. And you can just make this list longer and longer with things to do on it. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Give me a 2 in the comments if that makes sense. Very useful if you're a coach that has a lot of content that you're working with, or that wants to give your clients a nice tight synopsis of what you talked about, takeaways, this kind of thing. Speaking of this, guys, I have another example, which is an even more advanced version of this. We're also using ChatGPT, guys. I really quick, guys. So I know this is a lot of text. Forgive me, everybody. So this is, let me just show you guys what this looks like. Let me know in the comments. Have you guys messed around with ChatGPT? Are you guys familiar with it all? Have you thought about using? Let me know, guys, in the comments. And I just want to show you this next one, guys, is using ChatGPT Plus once again. So this is the paid version, guys. When you do this, you get access to different things, right? So plugins, code interpreter, this kind of thing. And the thing that I'm going to talk about right now, guys, is something called Code Interpreter. It's one of their newer features. And basically, Code Interpreter lets you do all kinds of extra, more advanced things, which is pretty crazy because it was already doing pretty advanced things to begin with. One of the kind of cool things with Code Interpreters, you can actually upload documents, right? So you can upload PDFs, Word documents, images, videos, all kinds of things, and then it can work on that content on your behalf. So one very cool extension, what I was just talking about here, of right here, guys, is you can take a transcript. In this case, imagine this is a coaching call with either a client or a group you just had, and you want the AI to help you do something useful and save you a lot of time. Right here, I'm using code interpreter, this newer feature. I'm going to give it the transcript, and I want it to do two things for me. I want it to read the transcript, and I want it to give me key takeaways. And then I also want it to give me a list of things that I talk about during my call that my students or my clients need to work on, right? So basically homework. I want you to read the transcript, figure out what the homework was, and list it out, right? How crazy is that? So that's what it does, right? So I feed it the information. So right here, guys, here's my prompt. I'm literally saying this is my transcript. In this case, it's my Facebook Live transcript, guys, so I'm not using my client's data. You guys understand, I'm sure. But I'm just asking, give me key takeaways and things they should work on, right? So let me just show you how this all works, guys. So here are important takeaways from Tate's Facebook Live. It literally is going to go through. It's going to give me key takeaways, guys. So this would be great to do for a coaching call. And if these are a little too long, you can literally say, hey, ChatGPT, please shorten these up, make them all one sentence or two sentences long. And then, even more cool, the list of tasks to work on before the next Facebook Live, or give me a list of things your client specifically should work on before your next coaching call. You know, in this case, I'm talking about ChatGPT. Sign up for ChatGPT Plus, experiment with specific prompts, work on rotating focus areas. And what you can do here, guys, let me just show you how this is an example of working with ChatGPT like an actual team member. Except this team member is always happy to help, always diligent, ready to rock and roll. Sometimes it makes dumb mistakes, but you can just correct it pretty easily. So right here, I said, please format this and make it look nicer. Great at understanding actually what you want. So here it's going to try to format things, right? Key takeaways from Tate's Facebook Live, gave me some numbers, tasks to work on before the next Facebook Live. All right, this is where things get even more cool, guys. So now that I have all my takeaways, I am going to ask, now put this in a Word document format and make it downloadable. So it literally went to work. It used code, everybody, to turn this into a Word document. Pretty crazy. And it gave me a link. Here it is, guys. So you can literally download this thing that you created. And let me just show you guys. Here it is. Here's key takeaways and things to work on. Beautiful. Super awesome. So literally just getting, guys, just getting that list of key takeaways extracted in a matter of like minutes can save me and you a ton of time, right? A lot of coaches probably don't even do this, right? Like, you know, they might not have the time to give individual clients individual personalized to-do lists every coaching call, right? This, you literally feed the transcript in, guys, of your coaching call. It reads it, it summarizes it. Here's your key takeaways. Here is your things that you need to work on before we meet next time. You can literally, turn it into different formats, copy and paste that baby into either Messenger, put it in your content management system or an email, and boom, you are giving hyper personalized help to your coach, right? Another cool thing, guys, which I'm not going to show you right now, but something that I've done, it actually works. I'm still kind of playing around with it, but you can give ChatGPT, specifically this newer feature, Code Interpreter. You can give it a transcript and you can ask it to critique the coaching call. And you can ask it, is there any way that I can be a better coach in this coaching call, right? And it will literally analyze your coaching call and offer suggestions. It literally can act like a coach's coach, pushing you in the right direction, right? Once again, you're going to want to double check it. It might not be super applicable or, super accurate, but it might freak you out how accurate it is, or at least open your eyes to some obvious mistakes. All right, coaches. So those are a few examples of how AI can help you and your existing clients succeed, right? These are just the beginning of the things it's going to be able to do. Literally, new features are rolling out, it feels like every other month, and these capabilities are increasing dramatically. So anyways, coaches, I hope this made sense. If you guys have any questions, guys, about anything you heard, let me know, guys. Feel free to reach out to me in Messenger. Like I did mention, we do have an AI for Coaches membership where we go in deeper in these topics and explore this stuff at a deeper level. So if that's of interest, guys, reach out to me. I want to expand your minds, coaches. The world is changing quickly, and I don't want you guys to be left behind. And I want you to just make your life easier, right? All right, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in the DMs or next week on another training. All right, coaches. Thanks for everything. Bye for now.